What's up, fight fans? I'm J.COTTO. Welcome to J.COTTO's Fight Page. And today I'll be giving you my Christmas wish list. I do this annually. Those that have been following me for a very long time, I do this every year. I basically give you a list of boxers, and I basically wish for the better and wish that they would do better for us, fight fans, in their own career for the whole year. I also give you my expectations for the competitiveness within each and every one of these boxers. Now, this video may be long, so if you're interested in improvements on boxing or fighters, then this is the video for you. Basically, what I've done before I get into this, what I've done is I've basically studied and did my research on mostly every type of boxing fan that I found myself, connected to. And I started recording their thoughts and feelings. And they were on the even playing field on the same level as me because they wanted the same things I wanted. And basically, I just put it all together. And once I did that, I just basically said, okay, the research is done. So basically, everything that I'm wishing for, practically almost every boxing fan's wishing for. And I consider myself an unbiased, should you say, uploader. So I didn't just go with what people thought, as to the same thing I thought of. I just basically said, you know what, I'm going to take down each and every one's viewpoint of the sport this year, and just basically going to filter out the ones that make no sense. So basically, the ones that do make sense are the ones that I put into the research. So without any further ado, here's my Christmas list, and just basically, Billy Joe Saunders is the first fighter I have and to name, and just basically, man, I don't hate the guy. You know what I mean? He's just on my shit list for being so diva like. You know what I mean? First he was calling out Canelo, then Triple G, then Canelo, and then we all know that, it would have been nice for him to give Eubanks Jr. a rematch, you know what I mean? But he priced himself out of that one. I mean, there was a lot of things that went on with Billy Joe Saunders, and a lot of uploaders as well have been shitting on him, and I don't disagree with them at all. I have to agree with them because I've been shitting on him myself simply because of his inactivity. The guy talks, the man speaks as if he, was fighting 3 times, 4 times a year. You know what I mean? He fought what, twice this year, the beginning of this year, and almost near end, and look what happened. Look what happened to him for being so inactive. His pedigree got diminished. He diminished his own pedigree, and then what he did, he almost lost. He almost lost his last fight, and finally came to realize that he wasn't ready for Canelo or Triple G. So Billy Joe Saunders, I'm wishing that he get his shit together and be a bit, not even a bit, a lot more competitive. You know what I mean? And back up what he speaks and fight better fighters. Second fighter is I would have to say Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez. You know what I mean? He's doing great. He's pound for pound in his division. He's the champ. I like the fact that he's going to fight this gentleman for the second time. I keep forgetting his name, but the gentleman can fight as well. They're friends, but they put all that friend shit aside, and it is what it is. And Quadras, there we are, Quadras, and just basically, Roman felt, even though they gave him the win and he did win, he felt inside that it was a draw. He didn't lose, but it was a draw. So this is what legacy fighters do, man. This is why I say, Roman Chocolito Gonzalez is cut from the Arguello cloth, which he is, because Arguello got to see his career begin. I just have to say that this kid is cut from the cloth of the greats, and he's testing himself. And he's doing it again. He's saying to himself, you know what? Last Quadras fight, I feel it was even. I have to outdo this guy. I have to outdo it myself. I know this guy is not as to me, so I have to. And he's gonna step it up a level. You know what I mean? All the Roman Gonzalez detractors, the Chocolito detractors, don't believe in the kid. They keep thinking that they're giving him fights, but at the same time, this kid is fucking crushing these guys. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? It's only the casual ones and the biased ones. Now, I would like to see more competitive action coming from Victor Postol. You know what I'm saying? I like Postol. Postol, he's one of them tall fighters. You know what I mean? Of course, Terrence Crawford gave him a hard time. And doesn't mean that Victor Postol sucks now. Victor Postol is still a good fighter. He's one of the great fighters in this era here. You know what I mean? Competitive, held the WBC. He had he had sat Lucas Matisse down for, you know what I'm saying, for almost 2 years. So think about it, man. He definitely needs to make himself a threat at 140 again. You know what I mean? And that's just basically it. I would like to see that. Lucas Matisse, I was saying because a couple of videos, he wasn't coming back because at the time he said he wasn't coming back. He felt like he wasn't coming back, and also because of his, the eye injury he sustained, and it's just basically as well. He said he wasn't feeling it, the sport. So he made an announcement that he's coming back, and he should be back somewhere between March and April. So it would be great to see Victor Postol. I mean, Lucas Matisse competing again. I mean, we need more guys at 140. You know what I mean? Lucas Matisse get nice again. He brings his pedigree up, and hopefully we can get a Terrence Crawford Matisse. You know what I mean? A Postol Matisse 2. I mean, let's stack the other divisions as well. Now, Shannon the Cannon Briggs. Of course, a lot of people know how I feel about this, and in this video, I'm letting you guys know again. In this era, your era, you have a George Foreman run. You have a veteran who is in his late 40s, or should I say early 40s, in great shape, has 9, 10 wins under his belt already, and is looking for a championship. And nobody wants to fight this man. And then they complain that he's fighting nobodies, but yet the nobodies are the ones that are stepping up. So you got to respect the nobodies more than the somebodies, wouldn't you say? Boxing may be a business, but it's great business to have a competitive fight. These people. But it's just to the point that Shannon Briggs needs a fair shake. Everybody needs to back this man up. You know what I mean? Show this man love. Hopefully he'll be a 3-decade champ, make history, and that's that. Canelo, the packet of duck sauce Alvarez. I would like him to finally call himself a freaking middleweight, because that's what he is. Yes, Canelo fans, he is a middleweight. They made this fight, and I told Boxing Comments, I told you, bro, that he was going to fight, right? That they were making this fight, but you said I was jumping to conclusions because you are a Canelo fan. And you couldn't handle the fact, mind you, I was rushing into it. You said you couldn't handle the fact that your boy actually showed his true colors And this is nothing political, nothing political, because he turned down, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 30 to 40 million dollars to fight Triple G, and he's out there talking about Triple G turned down 15, which was the righteous thing to do. And you were totally off in our boxing conversation to say that I was jumping to conclusions. I'm way ahead of myself. But you just couldn't accept the fact, and I told you it was out there. All you had to do is do the research, and you know this is why I'm here. This is why I'm telling you this. And you knew that your boy fucked up the moment he said, "I'll go all the way to 168 at a catch weight of 165 and fight Julio Cesar Chavez Jr." But he wouldn't fight. He wouldn't put on 5 extra pounds from 155 to go to 160 to fight a unified middleweight champion. But he'll fight an inactive Chavez Jr. Talking about this is the fight Mexico wants, but at the same time, Chavez Jr. has been so inactive and just won one fight against who? Really? Okay. So you mean to tell me that Canelo says to himself he's not a middleweight, but is going to a super middleweight fight? Really? Really? That's not a duck, bro? Because if that's not a duck, then I don't know what else to call it. But to me, that's a huge duck. Okay? That's being scared. Has nothing to do with money. You told the public, the boxing fans, your fans, Canelo, that you were 155 and you're not a middleweight. You're not a legit middleweight, but you're going almost to super middleweight, buddy. At a catch weight of 165. That's a duck. People that are praising Canelo for this fight don't know shit about boxing. You've been robbed. He robbed you. He was supposed to fight Triple G. That was the fight we wanted. You know what I mean? Fucked up on y'all, and that's that. I don't give a shit about any Canelo detractors. I mean, not even detractors, just Canelo fans. You know, Canelo fanboys, should I say? Unsubscribing, being upset at me like they did, what, 4 or 5 months ago? There was a whole bunch of them guys. And Rafa, all of them. They were all tight because I got in Canelo's ass because I predicted this shit, and look where we at now. See? So, boxing comments and the rest of you guys, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? And also, comments. For you to tell me that Canelo's the one that makes his own matches, definitely tells me you don't know shit about boxing and you're just into Canelo. Because what would you call Oscar De La Hoya? His promoter. You know what I'm saying? No fighter, okay? No fighter, except for Floyd Mayweather, who had motherfuckers in their pockets. No fighter can choose their own fights. Okay? And let this other proof be shown, this other evidence be shown that it gets to a point that nobody, okay, is able to pick their own fighters. If Canelo was picking his own fighters and all that shit he was talking that he wants Triple G, then why he ain't make the fight yet? And I don't want to hear nothing about politics. It got nothing to do with politics. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. has been so inactive, he's not a bigger name than GGG. Sorry, guys. If you disagree with me, do your research. Do your research, do the statistics now. You feel what I'm saying? Chavez Jr. hasn't done shit. And Mexico don't even want that fight. I got a lot of Mexican friends telling me, oh, that's that bullshit. They consider Chavez Jr. nobody now. Once his father, Senior, Chavez Senior, put him down in the media and told him, yo, you should stop boxing. Go do something else. That was it for him. So he could come back. He could fight. It really don't matter. Because if it goes to the scorecards, we all know who's going to fucking win. So it is what it is. Let's move on. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. I would like him to make up his fucking mind as to him staying in this era and not fucking around anymore, and just basically defending his father's, the family name, the family boxing name, or if he's just gonna come in and out and fight the way he's doing once a year. We don't need this. If you're gonna fight, fight. If you're not, then step the fuck out the way. Next fighter, Miguel Cotto. Now, Miguel Cotto is having his last fight in 2017 against James Kirkland. We all saw what Canelo did to James Kirkland, in which happened to be finished and didn't have Ann Wolfe in his corner, taking nothing away from Canelo because a name is a name, right? So that's the way you guys played, this era. So it is what it is. But Miguel Cotto should not be fighting James Kirkland. Okay, James Kirkland's motor functions are not responding the way they should be responding. His reflexes, okay, his timing, they're off, man. They're off. And Wolf is not going to be able to change this picture. The concussive shot already had set in on top of the other concussive shots that he used to receive. You know what I mean? So for Miguel Cotto to fight him at this time, I don't, you know what I'm saying? This is going to be a really fucked up fight because I see Miguel Cotto just really hurting Kirkland, man. You know what I mean? Really hurting Kirkland. And if Kirkland gets very hurt in this fight, please don't come back to boxing no more. Don't fight, bro. You know what I mean? We don't want to see you hurt. Miguel Cotto should have at least stepped it up a bit harder and either asked for a Canelo rematch, you know what I mean? Or fight one of the Charlos. That should have been made, you know? But at the same time, Miguel Cotto, I mean, a lot of people allowed Floyd Mayweather to have an easy fight in Berto on the way out, right? All 450,000 somebodies that ordered the fight to see it, right? So you also got to understand Miguel Cotto has chose his way as well as to having an easy fight on the way out. Now, a lot of people are saying don't sleep on James Kirkland, but I am telling you, look at the Canelo fight. This man, his his timing was off, his reflexes, everything. He had so many open shots, and the old James Kirkland would have destroyed Canelo. But at that stage already, and this stage now, it's just going to be a gatekeeping fight. You know what I mean? And just basically, Miguel Cotto basically has earned the right, you know what I mean, to have an easy fight on the way out. I mean, he gave us good fights. You know, for Christ's sake, the Manny Pacquiao beating alone, and the Antonio Margarito or Margarito, you know what I mean, with the hand wraps and shit, and it's just crazy. Miguel Cotto had a great career, a throwback career. He's fought the best of them. You know what I mean? So he's fought the best two in this era, which is Pacquiao and Mayweather, as well. You know what I mean? On top of other great fights. So Miguel Cotto, he chose his way out, and that's what he's gonna do. That's what he's gonna do. But I'm live streaming the shit out that bitch. Let's move on. James Kirkland. I want him to stop fighting. Be more of a trainer. You know what I mean? The same thing with Brandon Rios. After this Victor Ortiz fight, which I feel you're going to lose very, very insanely, I think Victor Ortiz is going to beat the brakes off you. Um, I would like you to just retire as well, man, and just, what I'm saying, be more of a trainer, manager to the young ones, you know what I mean? And bring them up. Chris Eubanks Jr. I want him to stop talking so much. Stop letting his father, okay? Stop letting his father make the deals for him because he's fucking shit up. I want him to be his own man. And I want him to start being real with himself. Because he's still young. He's still he's still worth. So what he needs to do is he needs to step the fuck up, shut the fuck up, and talk to your dad and tell him, yo, dad, listen, I want this fight. Regardless if it's 4 or 5 millions, if it's for a strap, just take it, fight, then you'll turn the tables. These fighters aren't thinking. They're thinking of today, not of tomorrow. And they need to stop that. Thinking you need big money for tomorrow and taking a name. See, this is why I say Canelo is stupid. You know what I mean? These guys are asking for big money, for big names, but they're not looking at the legacy where the one you turned down, it was less money, but it's for a strap. It places you, it solidifies you within the sport, your profession. That's what you're supposed to be doing, right? See what I mean? It's just like that. And Chris Eubanks Jr. is going to become, he's going to become one of those. I'm telling you. We don't want Eubanks Jr. Well, he can't be a Ronnie Lyle because Ronnie Lyle didn't win that one damn fucking strap. So, and Chris Eubanks Jr. had that WBO, but it's just he should get his rematch. You know what I mean? That's what he needs to be pushing for, that rematch to get that WBO from Saunders. You know what I mean? Do the damn thing, and that's that. No ifs, ands, buts about it, Junior. Tell your daddy, Dad, you want to be in my career? You want to be? I need you to do what I'm telling you, and that's that. Sean Porter. I want Sean Porter to be a little bit more stronger, voicing himself within the sport and where he belongs. The same way Keith Thurman has been doing. I need Sean Porter to step up. You know what I mean? The names that he's naming, step up a little more harder. Your father's in this sport right now is about the only father alongside Tito Trinidad's father that's telling you the truth and helping you and pushing you. So I think that you should use him since he's not really fucking any deals up for you or anything, Sean Porter. Use Porter Sr. to make those fights happen. All the names you're calling out. Because they're just overlooking you, man. And we all know that the moment they put you in the ring with them, they have a hard day at the office, man. You feel what I'm saying? And I would also like you to talk to Mike Tyson, all right? Talk to Mike Tyson and ask him if he can train you for about 2 months so he can show you, since you're a peekaboo kind of guy, to show you how to weave a bit more. Because you get hit with unnecessary shots, man. If Mike Tyson was to have you for 2 months, I'm more than sure he would be more than happy to show you the true peekaboo style. You know what I mean? Because you're in there and your openings just like him. You know what I mean? And it's very few that you've been able to finish. I'm more than sure that Mike Tyson would help you polish up, you know what I'm saying, on your shots, on your defense, on your evasiveness. You know what I mean? Now, Manny Pacquiao. What I would like Manny Pacquiao to do is, number one, I would like him to continue to do what he's doing, which is beating young, hungry lions and passing the torch and keeping his veteran status within the era. Because, to tell you the truth, without Manny Pacquiao, a quarter of boxing would die, and you guys know that shit. You know what I mean? Manny Pacquiao's the vet. He's the champ. You know what I mean? And he don't worry about that A-side, B-side shit. Hashtag legacy fighter. He's just on some, let's fight, let's do it. You know what I mean? If him and Terrence Crawford get it on next, that's going to be some shit. And nobody can say nothing or take anything away from Pacquiao. You know what I mean? And even the Pacquiao detractors, which happen to be Flo Moles, which happen to be Floyd Mayweather, you know what I'm saying? You know, nut huggers. You don't see Mayweather fighting any of these guys. Not a Vargas. You know what I'm saying? And you guys could say, oh, but come on, that's easy work for Floyd. Still don't matter. If it's easy work for Floyd, then why he retired? Why can't he get a 50 off somebody else? He could have gone. He still could, but he no. So, you know what I'm saying? Don't disrespect Manny Pacquiao. Don't, you know what I'm saying? He's still doing it. He's still doing the damn thing. And that's that. Timothy Bradley. I would like him to be a bit more competitive. and decide which. Because man, he's a big boy, man. Timothy Bradley is short, but he's a big man. You know what I mean? And I think it's about time he moved up, to 154. I think it's about that time for Bradley. He's been very competitive. 140, 147. I think it's about that time for Bradley to move up. You know what I mean? Because it's not like it's his weight. That's muscle weight, man. He's a big boy. You know what I mean? And when he hydrates on fight night, he's close to 150, 155, 157. You know what I mean? So that's a lot of muscle, man. So if he was to trim down, you know what I'm saying, to a point where he can make 154, sure, man. I think he just needs to learn how to hit harder. You know what I mean? Now, Adonis Stevenson. I would like Adonis Stevenson to not show his face in front of the camera so much. You know what I mean? That's an ugly motherfucker. And I would like him to be a champion. You know what I mean? To be a champion, you're holding the WBC, man. Be a champion. Fight your mandatories, take names as well. Stop calling names out and then not wanting to fight these guys. Because you said you've been wanting to fight Kovalev for the longest, and look what happened. And now you killed the noise because Andre Ward called you out before, right? He was given the straps, and look what happened. You're silent now. And I have confidence that Ward would beat your ass. Kovalev would knock you the fuck out. So either way, my man, you have two guys that you have to defend that strap and that divvy. Because if you don't, you retire without facing any of these two, regardless one retires, you'd be nobody. Now, Andre Ward. I would like Andre Ward to do just one thing, and this would be for his career and for his fans and for the fans that want to see the fight. That's right. Give Kovalev the rematch. Solidify that win. Shut the critics up, bro. Then, after you do that, because I don't know how true this is or not, you wanting to go into the heavyweight division, but I think before you do that, you should take the second hardest puncher in the light heavyweight division up for a strap unify, right? Right? Fight Adonis Stevenson. Then once you beat him, sky's the limit. You can retire if you want. You had shut the critics up. Beating Stevenson, you had definitely put duct tape and Gorilla Glue in the mouth of the critics. Any critic, fan, writer, whoever, right? Only makes sense. That's the road to go. You can't go back down. And I would like you to stop issuing these stupid challenges to Gennady Golovkin. You feel what I'm saying? Because then if people tell you, why don't you fight Klitschko or somebody, how would that sound to you? You know what I mean? Fighting a heavyweight who's going to be, 35 pounds heavier than you? Some of them 50. You trying to make that, you wouldn't be able to do that at this stage. So stop telling Gennady Golovkin you fight him at 175 pounds, knowing that Gennady Golovkin's heaviest is maybe 168. That's about it. After that, it's killing himself. You guys will never meet unless you continue to fight in your light heavy division for like 2 years. Let Gennady Golovkin, because he's older than you, way older than you, let Gennady Golovkin's body be able to, hold more weight, and he'll probably get up there looking fat and shit, depending on how he took care of himself. And then maybe 2 years, 2.5 years from now. But right now at this stage, it sounds very stupid coming out your mouth when you got other priorities. Demetrius Andrade. or Andrade. Now, this is another man that I'm backing, and I'm wanting him to fight any title holder at 154. He's called the likes of Gennady Golovkin, Canelo out. I mean, he's done it all. He's called them all out, and all of them just breezed right by him. Mind you, the man is ranked number one in the WBC, number three, I think, in the WBO, and number two in the WBA. So what the fuck is going on? They're ducking this man. So let's start rooting for Demetrius Andrade so he can fight the next guys. I'm gonna any of the Charlos or both of them, doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Right now, one holds a strap. Andrade went to congratulate him and at the same time ask him politely about their match. The Charlo got crazy. Somebody from his staff tried to snatch the mic from Andrade. So Andrade has been coming out on interviews on YouTube, and he's just been letting everybody know within the 154 division. This is why I'm choosing not to talk about anyone in the 154 division or look at any of their fights or report any of their fucking fights until they give Demetrius Andrade, a well-ranked fighter, his opportunity. And we have to start backing this up and letting them know that the rankings system is supposed to be in effect and does work. See, fight fans, this is what we're here for. And for them to use the ranking system instead of using money to skip motherfuckers and all this step aside shit. You feel what I'm saying? Adrian Broner. I would like Adrian Broner to stop the fuckery and just to be serious. Just be serious about your career. You can act crazy if you like. You can be all flamboyant and shit. You can do that, but let it just be for coming into the ring, for your introduction, dude. Whatever the other shit you do, the rap and stuff, okay, no doubt, it's a business you're doing. It's just a fuckery. You know what I'm saying? The DWIs and we don't want to lose you to the, you know what I'm saying, to the hands of fame. We want you to hold your head. You are very entertaining. You can box the shit. You know what I'm saying? There are many other names right now that you're at 140 that we want to see you get it on with. You know what I mean? So just your reputation within the ring. You feel me? You got to keep that reputation up. You can't be out there just bugging the fuck out, man. You're a millionaire. You're a superstar, man. You're an athlete. Live that boxer life, dog. Longevity. Next one is Terrence Crawford. I want him to hold his head too and not make the mistake that he made now, which almost gave him 90 fucking days in jail. You feel what I'm saying? He's got a great future ahead of him. He's also a champion, an athlete. So he's gotta hold his head and not be so tempered, you know what I'm saying? So quick tempered and just do shit without thinking. And I also want him to fight better names in 2017. And if it ever came down to it, I want him to fight Danny Garcia. Because they got a little feud. And this is the next boxer I want Danny Garcia to not listen to his father so much. To tell his father to stop talking so much. Because his father is just straight saying all these things about his son. And we understand that it's your son, so we let you get away with it. But not in 2017. Nuh-uh. No, Jack. Nope. No more. You can't make these false claims anymore. You got to stop it. You got to stop it. Because in reality, let's all look at this. At 140, yes, he did something. He did some things, plural. But at 147, he hasn't done jack. His father's talking about Thurman's a made champion. That he's a made champion. They made him. No, they didn't. And he's proven that he's got good title defenses against good names at 147. What the fuck does Danny have for one title defense? Someone who wasn't even ranked. Someone who wasn't even ready or at his level of pedigree. And he's about to fight the WBA champion, welterweight champion of the world, Keith Thurman, which is an elite fighter in this era because of the division he's in and the work he's put in. His work ethic. You feel what I'm saying? I would like Danny Garcia to just stop cherry picking, for real. And just to say to himself, you know what, Dad? Less talking, man. Less talking. Put all that energy into me training and getting me fights. You know what I mean? Fight an Amir Khan. Fight a Brook. You could even fight Terrence Crawford. It's just a point, man. And I don't think he's going to do too well against Thurman. But I'm gonna move on from there. Felix El Diamante Verdejo, I would like him to actually rehab a little more, train a little bit more, because you're supposed to be making your debut in March as well. And I'm glad that you are okay from the motorcycle accident, which is great. I'm glad we didn't lose you like we did Corrales. You know what I mean? And you're a young talent. You're very good, and hopefully you can continue to become great. You know what I mean? So I would just like you to just take it easy, yeah, for the first, you know what I'm saying, few fights, brother. Kell Brook. I would like Kell Brook to stop denying that he's nowhere like Amir Khan, wanting things that he's not working hard for. He wants Amir Khan. He wants to fight. He wants, you know what I'm saying? He wants Spence Jr. He wants Mayweather fight. He wants all these fighters, but he's not really doing the do. What even more bullshit, you know what I'm saying, title defenses as well. So I would like Brooks to just shut the fuck up. Excuse me, Lord, for cursing so many times. It's my frustration. I would like Kell Brooks to just shut up and just throw the hands and make a decision, a final decision in his fight selection. Amir Khan. I would like two more fights out of Amir Khan, which is a Brook fight and a Pacquiao fight. And then I want him to get the fuck out of boxing. Excuse me once again, my lord. I want him to get out of boxing. I've had enough of him. He gets me mad. Uh, he likes to jump in the middle of too many things. Instead of a cock blocker, he's a box blocker. You know what I mean? Look at what he's done so many fights. He's a box blocker. And I'm not rolling with him. And Errol Spence Jr. I would like Errol Spence Jr. in 2017 to win a strap and to just keep excelling in fighting his mandatories and just, showing what he's worth, because he needs to show us a lot. He needs to show us a lot. An Algieri knockout is you know what I mean? An Algieri knockout is a feat because he took him out, you know, in a better fashion as to, knocking him out than Manny Pacquiao. But if you look at what Manny Pacquiao did, Manny Pacquiao actually broke a record into putting Algieri down 6 times. So these are things that casual fans have to try to look into before they go and call this guy pound for pound. He still has a lot to prove. But Errol Spence Jr. has a great future ahead of him, and I know he's gonna do his thing. David Hay, I would like him to stop being a bitch after Bellew. After that fight, which I think Bellew's gonna embarrass him. I mean, he'll win, but Bellew's gonna expose him. I hope he takes on Shannon Briggs, because if he don't, then it just goes to show you he doesn't give a shit about me, you, or anything that we want, and it's all about him fighting, fighters that he feels that he can get over on. So David Hay, ship up, shape up, or ship out, however the fuck you say it. Shape up or ship out. Yeah. All right. Big Baby Miller, I would like to see him more in competitive matches. You know what I mean? I want him, the shit that he's talking now, I want him to show the shit and, really twist somebody's neck back. Gennady Golovkin, I want Gennady Gradaevich Golovkin to not be sucked into the politics. Let your manager handle that. Let your promoters handle that. Get a say so in the fights that you want. You know what I mean? Don't let everybody do your choices. You don't have a say so in your choice. And tell your promoters to just make fights, man. They got the money. They can pull it up. Guillermo Rigondeaux, more activity in 2017 with better names. Lomachenko, I want him to keep striving for that pound for pound title. Because even he said it. Not the fans, he said it. Not the detractors, Lomachenko said it. He would like to have that pound for pound status. So he's still fighting for that, and I hope he gets it. Daniel Jacobs, more competitiveness. He's got about, I would say, about maybe 8, 9 more fights in him. You know what I mean? And they can be against some good names in that divvy. So let's get it. And also within the sport, no more gatekeeper fighting, please. Okay? No more gatekeeper fighting, man. Everybody fight hard. You know what I mean? Fight hard and win convincingly. No more of this shit. More unifications. I also would wish for less politics. More use of the Clito Reyes brand in the ring, the gloves. Better judging. No more champs fighting lower ranked fighters. Less talk coming from Angel Garcia after the Thurman fight. You know what I mean? Hashtag come back to boxing. Hashtag the red gloves. Brosco is 45 coming around the corner. Everybody have a Merry Christmas. Thank you for joining my Christmas wish list. I wish everybody a very, very, very Merry Christmas. I hope you get everything you wanted. Remember to praise the Lord, our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. God bless each and every one of you. Subscribers, new ones, old ones. God bless all the uploaders. And just basically be careful out there. Stay vigilant. God bless. Peace.